All right, folks, picked up an interesting box. I kind of had the itch to search for a Randy Johnson rookie card that was one of the rarer, I guess, rookie cards of Randy Johnson. This is a 89 Topps Big, and it is the third series that had the Johnson. I've got an example right here. And the PSA 10 actually sells for quite a bit. This was in really nice shape that I picked up on eBay recently, and you will notice it is a little big, hence the name. It does not fit in a normal penny sleeve, and so I'm going to have to look and see what I've got to protect any of these that are worth a darn. But I picked up this box because it was cheap, and I didn't expect a ton of return, but it is inexpensive. Some of these had a little bit of cupping, I guess, or a bend to the card, so we'll see how bad it is. I'm not going to record the entire video, or maybe I will, I haven't decided yet. But I did want to capture just a few of these cards. And these Topps Big, I didn't collect these when I was a kid, and didn't really see them around much. Man, these are really hard to open. I might have to use a knife for these to carefully peel that up here. Or to split them, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Just gonna have to be careful, it looks like, getting into these, which will make for a really boring video, that's for damn sure. All right, and this one is sticking a little bit, so it looks like we are gonna have some damage from some of these, which is not unexpected considering the condition of the cards. All right, got a Deion James, Hall of Famer Harold Baines. I'll make a pile for the Hall of Famers. Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. I just picked up a reprint of Winfield's rookie card. I am planning on picking up a Winfield rookie, and until I do, I thought I'd pick up a reprint. I got it cheap. All right, got a Rod Booker, who I do not remember at all. Kevin Seitzer. He was a standout hitter for the Royals. Opened a youth clinic that's still in existence today called Mac and Sights with his buddy Mike McFarland. Mike Davis. Wally Backman, who had a few pretty good seasons. Yeah, so all in all, not bad. Had one card that was ruined, the Deion James. Let's hope that the next ruined one is not the Randy Johnson. This one looks like it's been opened, which, you know, when you buy something like this cheap on eBay, hey, that's the risk you take, and I knew going in. I just thought it would be fun to open them. I wasn't super concerned. There's a card I may set aside for a friend of mine who likes Jim Abbott. So there's another Jim Abbott rookie and slightly different look. That's a pretty slick looking card. I'll set that one aside. Actually, I'm going to move these out of view here. Buddy Bell. Got a Jack Clark, also had a few really good seasons. He was an above average player. Randy Velarde and Mike Smith's son. Yeah, so these are pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm gonna have some fun opening this box. I think it was like 3 packs short of a full box. I'm wondering if the guy didn't pull a Randy Johnson and assume that the rest of the packs probably didn't have one, and so he just sold the rest of the packs, or what the real story was. These were not BBC E certified, so like I said, you never know really what you're getting, but hey man, it's the way it goes here. And like I said, it's still fun to open, so I'm not gonna complain. All right, got my second Kevin Seitzer. This one's pretty off center. Second Mike Davis, really stacking up the Mike Davises. I got 2 Wally Backmans. All right, there's my first Marty Barrett. I got an Evalin Calderon, slugger for the White Sox. Mike Lavalier and Shawan Dunston. Shawan was a really good shortstop for the Cubbies. I liked watching him play. He played next to Ryan Sandberg for a number of years. So, all right, guys, I'm going to continue to open the rest of these probably off camera. Just not that compelling to sit and open these. So maybe instead, for the conclusion of this video, I will share what the haul was, share if I found any Bo Jacksons, Randy Johnsons. I honestly don't remember what the rest of the checklist looks like for these. Seems like if you get lucky, though, you'll get a couple of the same. So there's another Marty Barrett. If you guys are looking for doubles of Yvonne Calderon, Mike Lavalier, Shawan Dunston. Oh, here's a Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor. And then here is Reuter Rafael Palmeiro. And then Chili Davis. He was a fun player to watch back in the 80s and early 90s. All right, folks, I will post the results here shortly. And just like that, there's no special effects here. These are generally one-take videos. So anyway, the break is complete. We got a pile of wrappers here. I'll show you for verification. Big pile of empty wrappers. They were a little tricky to open, so I did most of the opening offline. I might try to cut that bow out to see if I can do anything with that. It's kind of funny that it would be a hand cut. All right, here are the results. So I ended up with 3 checklists. I forget how many cards exactly. I meant to do the math and share that with you, but there's only 110, I believe, cards in this set. There's 220 through 330, so 110 cards. There were, 7 cards per pack, I believe. And I think I had 34 packs. So somebody else can do the math on that. But I think on average, I should have gotten 2 per card. And so, yeah, I'm just going to run through and show you what we ended up with. All right, these are the non-Hall of Famers. We got a Seitzer, Lonnie Smith. Always liked Lonnie Smith. He was a decent player. Bill Pecota. Got a few of these Team USA cards. Here's Jim Poole, Stottlemyre, George Bell, big slugger, Tommy Herr. A lot of these guys I'd never heard of. There's Jeff Robinson. There's Jeff Blauser, second baseman for the Braves. Odie McDowell. There's Bob Boone, who had a fairly successful run as a journeyman catcher and then managed for a little while. Ellis Burks, he was a decent left fielder, if I remember right. Von Hayes was always a staple for the Phillies. Another Booker. You'll start to see pretty quick there's a lot of repeats. There's a Henderson, Brillo, Cal Daniels, Rich Yett. Chris Sabo, Rookie of the Year. He's a decent player. Ernie Witt. Rafael Ramirez, Nick Asaski, Jerry Brown. There's Eric Davis, got a couple of those. Not a bad looking card. If you're an Eric Davis collector, that's a pretty nice nice card to have in the collection. Paul Gibson, there's a Julio Franco, looking young as ever. And then Rex Hudler, who does color commentary for the Royals now, known as HUD. Pretty funny guy. All right, let me quickly go through the rest here. Noakes, Kurt Young, Gary Templeton, Service, Brumley, Walt Weiss, another Rookie of the Year, 1988, if I remember right. Buddy Bell, Jack Clark, had a good career. Jack Howell, there's Pedro Guerrero. Lance Parrish was a very solid catcher. Randy Velarde, Smithson, Sid Fernandez, Ron Oster. There's another Jeff Robinson. There's another Oster. There's a Ricky Jordan. Combs, Russell, Andy McGaffigan. Gary Gaddy, Ernie Witt, Bob Dernier. Another Rafi Ramirez, Randy Bush. There's a Willie Randolph, staple in the Bronx for years. Gaetti, there's another McGaffigan. I was also really surprised at how many people in this set were named Mike. So you got Mike Lavalier, Shawan Dunston, Mike Davis. Let's see, there's another few Mikes in here. A lot of repeats, as you guys will see here. Manny Trujillo, Jose Uribe, Rafael Palmeiro. I did not do steroids. Chili Davis. All right, folks, I'm even getting bored going through the commons, so I'm going to see if I can make a set with those, but let's go through, knock down the voodoo mask. All right, let's go through the quote-unquote good ones. So only got 1 Bo Jackson, which is a little bit disappointing because one of the great cards in that set. I will say the Bo is in nice shape. I don't know if I'll bother submitting any of these for grading, but this is a really nice shape. It's probably the best centered card in the set. And one corner maybe has a little bit of a ding, that bottom right, but otherwise it's fairly sharp. All right, now here's the interesting thing. I wish I would have opened at least one of these on camera, but every pack that had a Smoltz also had a Randy Johnson. So I ended up with 3 Smoltz rookies And the first one I think was the best centered of the bunch. Seems like centering is a key issue here. And I ended up with 3 Randy Johnsons. This was probably the best Johnson of the bunch, just slightly off-centered. There's another slightly off-centered Johnson. And then the last one here was actually interesting. That pack, I would have swore, had been opened before. They were face-to-face and had a little bit of paper loss. I was able to peel it apart without losing too much of the glossy, but you can see up in this corner here, there's a couple of spots. It was already pretty badly off-centered anyway, so it didn't really matter. All right, then I got a pretty cool Ricky Henderson card. Got trace of those. I got me a Ripken. Got a few Jim Abbotts. I think there's 3 Jim Abbotts in here. Got Hall of Famer David Winfield. Hall of Famer Harold Baines. Of course, the Chicken Man, R.I.P. Another Winfield, another Baines. I did get a Eddie Murray, looking as menacing as ever. Love Eddie Murray. Another Chicken Man. I got a couple Paul Molitors, couple Robin Younts. Another Chicken Man. Hall of Famer Gary Carter, one of the greatest catchers of all time. There's that Molitor, there's the Winfield, and there is yet a third, Harold Baines. So, kind of a fun open, I'll say. Pretty good box. Look them up. They're not expensive, but they're also not what I would consider cheap. So if you're intrigued, go grab you some Topps Big Baseball, and then good luck finding sleeves to fit these monsters. They're about 4 inches wide, a little bigger than a regular card. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this rip and informative session. All right, we'll see you next time.